No, I just started. And then I just took a nap. Took a quick 10-minute power nap. Been driving since 4:30 a.m. So 2 hours. We are at $67.05 on Uber and $6 on Lyft. Yep.
You believe in alpha widow? You fucking believe in alpha widow? Travel has 3 rings, not a whole fucking jiu-jitsu instructor. That has not shit to do with anything. Britney Spears cut her hair, that's a sign of an alpha widow? Can you make sense? Can you play? Alright, watch. I'm gonna be quiet. You make sense. Make sense. Make sense, sir. I'm trying to have a conversation, but you came in and you were rude and you were. I didn't call you out. And you get excited. I did not call you out. You came in.
What illusions?
You came in and
How are you?
You, sir. You had a problem with me, and I asked you, do we have a problem with me? And you said that you wanted some smoke. So let's get the smoke going. Now, sir, calm down. You match energy, right? Let's have some.
You're new. Welcome.
I want you to explain to me without.
We've been driving for 2 hours.
Like Elon fucking
We're at
Musk
a little bit over $70.
Let's talk about normal people.
It was like $73. Headed to our next reservation right now. Picking up Gino. It's for $26.09. So try to be prompt here. $26.09.
Because you can go to the data, which says that anyone who said X amount of partners is only going to be capable of saving that relationship and then is always going to be marriage. Everyone states in this country be used for medications that do myself in their products and goes back to Americans and not to the equivalent. But this is not for the data. When you say alpha widow is in real, it's not. Well, I'd rather be the one to review your asshole about this.
No, go ahead. I want you to because.
Okay, so you prove to me the alpha widow isn't real. I told you what it is, and now you beat me up. Because you can beat you up.
I'm gonna beat you up here a little bit. Don't get married. Okay, you said we match energy. I have not talked over you, but you are now talking over me. So let's just dial it back.
We'll do this.
I was so quiet when the way you start speaking. Carry on.
So here's the thing. What do you believe? I'm going to start out with a simple logic test here. Do you believe that sex is the base of all relationships?
Sex is the base of all. No.
Okay, then why does alpha widow?
Because I can't fuck a bitch as good as that happens. And every time I fuck her, she's gonna remember that we know.
But if sex.
Leave my dick out of this.
Let's focus here, right?
What?
Can you answer stop.
How? So, sir, I can't ask you the question if you just raved. You have to let me ask the
You're
question.
disappointed with me. I'm not
That's
angry
because I'm not going to yell at you because because you know that your logic is flawed.
No, I know that you're stupid because I've been
I'm not stupid at all. You are stupid. You're the one that believes mythology about alpha widows and shit. Yeah, it's wrong.
Your audio and video
That's
recording
fine.
is
If
right
you
for
can do
your
that, that'd be
safety.
amazing. But the fact is, if sex, sir, if sex is not the basis of the relationship, then alpha widow doesn't fucking work.
So what is the basis of a relationship? And don't say anything that's got to do with male responsibility. Because you think you know, you did.
The basis of relationship?
Yeah, if it's
Love, trust, caring.
trust.
Yeah.
Love
Do you not trust women, Casper?
Do you trust you?
Yeah, I absolutely trust my wife. Do you not trust women?
No.
You don't trust. All right, see, that's your basic problem. You want to blame you want to blame the fact that you don't trust women. And
You trust
need
men?
all of these. Hold on, sir.
Do you trust men? Do you trust men? Because you know,
I don't need to trust men, sir. I trust women.
Okay. So I guess it's a double standard.
It's
If
not.
I ask you, do you trust men? You say, no, I don't trust men, and then I go to die.
I don't need to
That's what
trust
you do.
men, sir. You don't see. You have no logic. This is a problem. Casper, this is the problem. You have no logic, and you simply
stop
can't
going
make.
Let me
You just want to do talking points, and I don't care about talking points. You can spurt all you want, but your talking points are irrelevant. You're not mute.
Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. We're about 3 minutes away from our pickup.
I let that battle go on a little too long.
See, one, you're not fucking one.
You let it go long enough.
I thought I muted myself. Sorry, it's talking about you.
Okay, you guys obviously later on, you guys need to have a little talk so you guys hash it out. But
That was wild.
Let me say this. When again, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the woman can tell you she's had two bodies or whatever. You should be more concerned about how she treats you, how she behaves, rather than the number that she tells you. Because the only thing that you can know for certain is the action, not what some number you don't know. Now, do I think alpha widowing is possible and is true? Yes.
So you believe in it? Yeah,
I do. I do think that
That was part of your argument.
because that is a factor. See, like the only argument.
I know, and I'm saying you're wrong. Go ahead.
1 minute away.
We just spoke him on that.
They said they don't have
You guys can interrupt each other.
They need to make a clarifying statement to the chat, apparently, because they don't listen in either. I don't have to trust men because I trust my wife. If you don't understand the logic behind that statement, you can't help you. You're just fucking stupid.
Also, Grit is 20 years married, bro. There's some codependency there that just eliminates a lot of factors there. It's a very big difference. It's a huge difference than fucking dating a chick for a little amount of time to where what Grit has now. Obviously, it's 20 years, bro. It's not even dependency. It's very different.
Well, here's the thing, though, is like, there are people that will be married for 20 years, but then, like, guy A can, like, fall in love with their secretary, and then,
I
like,
understand
marriage-
that.
Yeah,
I understand that. But as far as, like,
finished.
yeah, but as far as, like, the probability of that, it's lower than somebody who's barely dating each other. Wouldn't you agree with that, Alex?
Well, of course. But
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. That's my
common
point.
I think that there's a bank
Yeah,
behind
that's my
you.
point.
But like,
But Casper brought up that, do you trust your wife? And I'm saying, well, they've been married for 20 years. That's the component there to where there's a big difference between somebody who's been dating somebody.
Yeah, one that somebody should
compared to somebody who's married.
You wouldn't marry somebody if they weren't your wife, right? You wouldn't make them your wife if you didn't trust them. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, of course.
So
Does have anything.
there's a difference there.
Yeah, but I understand half the fucking things Casper was talking about, because he was fucking flipping out half the time. I couldn't understand.
Morning, how are you? All's well, thank you.
Right on time. I love that.
Yeah.
What time did you start?
4 o'clock.
Oh man, how many rides?
I think this is my 5th or 6th one.
Wow, you're kidding me.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Good for you. See, that early start gets.
Gets the worms for
Yep.
sure.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Yeah, I like the graveyard shifts.
And then, so how long will you drive today?
I'll be active until about 5 p.m.
Okay, wow. I admire you.
Yeah.
I'm active for an hour if I'm lucky.
Yeah, I usually like to start at midnight because usually it's picking up third shift people and taking them home, or all the drunk people and they're spending more money.
Okay, that I don't like. I can't. I have no patience for that.
It's like 2 or 3 rides and then it's just the airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I end my day with taking people to the airport.
Yeah, they said 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then they
Nothing so far.
nothing. No. I always do that 3. Wallet, phone, keys. Okay.
Yeah, my first ride for the day, she forgot her wallet.
Oh no.
Yeah. Luckily we didn't leave yet, but she double checked.
Yeah. Do you wake up right away, or do you need coffee, or?
Oh, I don't drink caffeine right away.
Oh, okay.
I need my coffee, but I don't drink it right away.
You know, I've never had a cup in my life.
Okay.
And I feel lucky because I wake up like that.
Maybe they can't move on from that. The dead, the memory of loving that dog, it will eventually bring them to only the level.
Yeah, I think I would need 10 hours of sleep if I didn't need coffee.
The alpha-widow fallacy doesn't follow anyway, because basically you're saying that a woman sleeps with a dude and he fucks her so good that dick is the only dick she's ever going to get.
Nobody on the road. Good time to travel.
Yeah, exactly.
think you'll ever go electric?
I own a Tesla, yeah.
And
I don't drive in the winter.
tell me,
Tell you what,
how come you don't drive in the winter?
the battery life.
Yeah, they've got to solve that, right? Especially for us here.
We are audio and video recording this ride.
Yesterday I drove 563 miles. I probably would have had to charge 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
Just because of the cold.
But otherwise, you like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. My girlfriend has one, and I just... Except she did the self-driving one time when we were going into downtown Chicago.
That's the reason why I bought it.
That made me nervous.
Oh, it's perfect.
It did. It was. It merged. Yeah.
Very minor errors. And then there are errors when there's like snow or rain falling. It has a hard time seeing everything.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I have this car during the wintertime.
I took the self-driving car in LA.
Yeah. The
Odd
Waymo?
feeling. It was great, and then when there was nothing in front of us, it like kind of took off pretty fast. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You think that'll be the 10 years? That'll be the case?
No, hydrogen is coming out in the next couple of years. I think Porsche will be the first one to have hydrogen vehicles.
Right.
I know, I think Nissan or Toyota is working on it. But yeah, I think it'll have its own market, as just like Harleys have its own market. But
Right,
it won't
right.
grab everyone's attention. Unless they're forced to, like California, which I don't know how that's even going to work if they can't even handle their own wildfires.
Yeah.
Because then if things start on fire, then that's going to cause explosions because the whole network's going to blow up.
Right. Yeah, I have 2 friends whose houses burned to the ground.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Someone told me it was man started. I know that's just allegation. Allegedly.
Yeah, no,
It was man
it's
started.
possible. But I just can't imagine starting over again. And, you know, it's not like you're going to rebuild your house in 6 months.
No. And all that smoke. I mean, remember that smoke that we have
Yeah.
in Canada?
Yeah.
Must be awful.
Well, I was there. I got out at 6 a.m. that morning from
Okay.
LA. And the day before, in the hotel where I was working, you could smell inside the hotel, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I'll just stay here. I don't plan on moving.
I agree.
If I want to move, I'll travel. Only thing we got to worry about is black ice.
Yeah, and that's another thing with a self-driving car. So let's say it hit black ice. Would it know how to compensate?
I have no idea. That's
Yeah.
a great question. I mean, you need a hand on the steering wheel anyways, so I mean, you're obviously going to react as if
Right.
any other vehicle would react to it. But it's helped me save myself from hitting a deer because I was able to see the deer before I did.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
wow.
I was probably within 30 to 50 feet of that deer, and I was going 15 to 45.
Holy cow.
I was in like Brookfield area on Baker.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, if they could work on the battery capacity,
Right.
it'd be a great vehicle. Because they're advertised as 300 miles, but I could take someone from O'Hare and back, and I'll need a charge by the time I get back. But that's only about 140 miles total. So
And you put the right thing in your garage? Is that?
my apartment complex has charging stations
Oh,
for
they
us.
do. Wow.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. That's.
Were you flying to today?
What's that?
Were you flying to today?
To New York.
Okay. For work?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a movie critic, so I'm going to interview people from 2 Netflix shows.
Oh, amazing. Are they out yet?
What's that?
Are the shows out yet?
Well, I watched. There were similar shows. One's The Night Agent, and one is The Recruit.
Okay.
And I was watching both of them, and they're kind of blending together as one.
Something I look forward to is Severance. I don't know
Oh,
if
yes.
you've seen that series.
Yeah.
I look forward to season 2. A very interesting concept.
Yeah. When does that premiere?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
So this is my week to rewatch it because I'm sure there are some things I missed.
Oh, that's the story of my life. I don't know if it's because I'm older now, but I watch a season, and if it's too long in between seasons, I need that recap.
Yeah.
Really bad. What else do you watch?
I like dark humor, like quirky things.
Okay.
I'm also into like Marvel, so and Star Wars. I started to watch Skeleton Crew. It's kind of hard to watch because it's like kids, but
Okay.
I just got to break in a little bit. I heard it got great ratings about the series. And then I didn't watch Dragon Ball as a child, so I just started watching that, and
Okay.
I'm all caught up. Interesting series.
I have a Star Wars story for you. I had an original lobby card of
Okay.
Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill, and
Yeah.
I got Carrie and Harrison to sign it during interviews, and then I was trying to get to Hamill. It was impossible, and then I saw he was appearing in Chicago at a convention signing. How much do you think for a signature?
How much?
Yeah,
I would say over 6 figures for sure. No?
$525.
Okay.
Yeah. But now it's complete, and I gave it to my niece and her husband in Minnesota, and it's like, I can't leave them a fortune when I die, but they could sell that for a pretty penny.
How do you become a movie critic?
I took film, I had a minor in film, and I had the most roundabout way. So in the 80s, I started working in radio here in Milwaukee, and I wanted to do a beach party with Gilligan and the Skipper at Bradford Beach. Now, do you even know Gilligan's Island?
Yes, I've seen
Oh,
the
okay,
show.
because, things change, people move on, but so I did it, and 10,000 people showed up, and it got written up all over the country, so people started calling me, asking me to book them for appearances. So they told other old TV stars, and then I started working with this woman on Saturday Night Live, and she had a movie out, and they hired me to go on the road, and somebody didn't show up, so they had me do the interview.
Oh, amazing.
And they liked what I did, and then I started working with all the studios, and it's been a dream come true.
Yeah, I was in Venice, Italy 2 years ago, and it was the Fine Arts
Your
festival.
audio and video
So I
recording
saw
is
the
right.
director, movie critics like yourself, and a lot of members from the Netflix company.
Yeah.
And then I met a lot of there was a few Star Wars characters that were there. The guy that played Gino or something like that. I forgot the newest Star Wars.
Yeah. See, I'm not well versed on the new.
Kino or something like that, or Reno or something.
Okay.
And then I saw a few Avengers that I got to
cool.
meet. And they complimented my girlfriend at the time. That's how I was actually able to start talking to them.
Nice.
Outside me, nothing to them. But yeah, the hotel we stayed at, they were staying at.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, we were able to have breakfast and lunch with them. It was definitely interesting to
What a great
hear these
experience.
conversations. Oh, absolutely.
Now, I was supposed to do something on stage with Ruffalo because he's from Kenosha,
Okay.
and it got canceled, but I love that guy. He's so much fun. And it seems like they have a really good relationship, all those guys.
Yeah. You must have a tough job, though. I mean,
Well,
having people critic your critic.
yeah. Well, but see, here's the thing. I do interviews more than reviews. So I go in with a positive attitude. I'm not there to tear anybody apart. And,
Sure.
you know, that's what's worked really well for me. When I first started, I went in to interview Robin Williams for a movie called Jack, where he played a 10-year-old boy. And
Okay.
I walked in and he was leaning his head on his hand. He was so tired. And I'm like, if I get a bad Robin interview, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So spur of the moment popped into my head. I said, do you know how convincing you are as a 10-year-old? He said, no. I said, Michael Jackson has called and would like you to spend the weekend at his house. And he sat up and he started doing voices, and it showed me, like, you've got to be different. You can't ask the same questions.
Yeah.
And I had a great friendship with him after that. Still crushed that he's gone. Because he always was up for playing, you know?
How are these interviews aired? Are they just on YouTube? or?
There's a show called Hollywood 1-on-1 on the Dish Network. They air my interviews. You don't see me. And then I work for Fox 6 here in Milwaukee, and I run them on this show called Real Milwaukee every day.
Okay.
And then I'm on the morning news too, and then I do a hit in the afternoon during the 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's challenging with my generation. I mean, everything's a streaming service.
Right.
I don't even own cable, so I would have to YouTube your interviews.
Well, I'm there. But I feel like I'm lucky because this is ending. TV news is ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the news now is the new Twitter and
Yeah.
TikTok. Well,
Yeah.
Apparently we're losing TikTok, so we'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, yes. 2 days ago, I put up my my Fight Club interview with Ed Norton and Brad Pitt, and it's just weird. They look like kids. They're so young in this, and I don't have a gray hair on my head.
Oh, I definitely have gray hair.
I don't see it.
Well, they're coming in. I just turned 31, so I definitely see more coming in.
To be 31 again.
Who was your favorite interview?
Sandra Bullock. I've had more fun with her. It started the first time she flirted with me, because she's an actress, because no woman like that's going to flirt with me. And so at the end of the interview, I proposed and she accepted.
Amazing.
And all these people heard about it and thought it was real. By the time I flew home from New York, they thought I got a call from the Inquirer on my answering machine. They believed the rumor. So the next time I interviewed her, I walked in and I said, you know, last time I interviewed you, I proposed and you accepted, but I never heard from you again. And she said, that's because I never saw a ring, mister. And I reach in my pocket and I pull out one of those candy rings with the big rock of candy.
Yeah.
She tears it open and puts her hand out, and I put the ring on her finger, and she hugs me and says, oh, honey, I'm so happy. So
Nice.
she always plays. I brought Florence Henderson in as my mom from the Brady Bunch. I brought her the Lollipop Kid from the Wizard of Oz. So the pressure's always on. And my best friend, Gilbert Godfrey, before he passed away, he came in, and it was the worst thing I could have done, because I said, you know, I've been trying to tell you how I feel, and you don't seem to hear me. So I don't know who you might hear. And Gilbert comes in, he goes, will you just marry him? Just marry him. And he said, I mean, you'll make it a sexless marriage. Look at him. And he goes, you make it a sexless marriage and I'll fuck you. And that's it. My career's over. Everybody loved it. Sandra loved it. Her publicist at the studio wanted a copy of it. It's like, I thought I went from fearing that I was going to lose my job to being so happy that it worked out.
Dead or alive, who would you want to still interview?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. This director, Frank Capra, who made all these It's a Wonderful Life and all these movies that I loved. And I had gotten a letter to go interview him, and then he died.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. You should be doing what I'm doing. You better questions than I had.
Oh, appreciate it. I did take communications, but I became a personal trainer for over a decade, and now I do this. I do some podcasting.
Oh, great.
But it's more towards like talking about Uber and
Got it.
And Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh,
so
nice.
My buddy does a podcast after every game, and I tend to help out sometimes.
Oh, that's great. Well, I love the ride. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You made
safe
it
travels.
so much fun. See you again, maybe.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, take care. Clip it. That guy's famous. I was driving someone. What's going on, my game? You never know who's going to be in your car.
Things have changed. Women don't need men the way that they used to need men as their provider and everything else. But since men don't know their role or don't know their position in culture or society.
What's going on, Dukes? Not sure if you're still watching. All right, so just completed that ride. I'm sure I'll get a tip. I don't doubt it. Haven't gotten any tips yet. $93.14 on Uber, and then we got $6 and some change on Lyft. So just under $100. It's 7:15 a.m. Headed to our next pickup. I think it's also a airport ride. If it looks good, yeah, he just tipped me $7. I love it. Yeah, he's a good guy. His name's Gino. I'll have to look it up. Let's look it up right now, actually. It's in Hollywood one-on-one.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna make this purchase. Is that okay, company? Because you want to make sure, like, budget or whatever you have, because there's so much that kind of comes into play there. Because you have to make sure that you've got enough. Because you don't know what's gonna happen like the next 5-10 years, essentially. But again, when it comes down to it, if a husband or a wife don't communicate to each other, right? For example, if a guy doesn't communicate, what's going on at work or something like that, or like how his day is going, there's not gonna be like an established pattern of like knowing of what's going on. Essentially, like for example, she's not gonna know like how his day is going because they don't communicate with each other. Communication, again, it's so important for a good, healthy relationship because then like Hollywood trying to make Jesus timid. There's an establishment of trust. Now, why is it that like people like cheat on one another? And people like that like go around. Yeah, go ahead.
Before you go too far,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
my wife doesn't honestly.
Have I been original over the years?
Yes.
What have I done? What's been original? What's been
There's
fun?
been engagement rings,
Yes.
there's been little people.
Yes.
there has been mother-in-laws or
Right.
mothers.
Yes. What has it got me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Being original is not working for me.
Okay.
So take the blindfold. Okay. I changed my name now.
Okay, okay, excellent with the hair.
Gino James. Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
how are you?
You're right. Excuse me? You're right? How those words taste
We
coming
are
out of
audio
your mouth.
and video recording this ride for your
Oh,
safety.
got us, John.
Big Mike, he goes to high school here.
What is he wearing? It's below freezing.
Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me. Is this a bad idea?
What's the big deal? It's just for one night. It is just for one night, right? Mm-hmm.
I see a new Sandra in this film where you're reacting and it's unspoken. Is that more difficult?
Listening and reacting is always hardest, but unless the script calls for you to quietly listen and watch, you're talking. No, I think most.
I'm Gino Salamone with the Marcus Movie Minute.
Continuing the story was important to Michael B. Jordan.
Honestly, being able to do a sequel to this film means the world to me. Being able to build these characters and evolve them, to the next level.
Man, what? I'm putting together a special team. We're gonna be doing one thing and one thing only: killing Nazis. Sound good?
Found him. Definitely looks a lot different now.
There's a reason why Marvel replaced She-Hulk with Deadpool on the official Marvel banner on Disney+.
Why am I here?
The artwork features everything, except you can see the upper corner has changed, featuring Deadpool with a sling portal instead of Tatiana as She-Hulk. This change is intentional. Why? Because Tatiana Maslany has confirmed She-Hulk Season 2 is not happening. The Season 1 cost a reported $200 million to make, but much like most of the shows on Disney+, She-Hulk Season 1 was a massive failure and one of the least watched MCU shows. There's a reason why Marvel replaced She-Hulk.
What's rain in Japanese? Ame. Hot candy. Ame. 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 Okay. I have another one. What's frog? Kaeru. And to change? Kaeru. What's the difference? Kaeru. 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 What about capable of buying? Kaeru. Kaeru, kaeru, kaeru. Why are you shocked? What's rain in Japanese? Ame. Hot candy. Ame. 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 Okay.
There's a reason why Marvel...
It's wild.
What's the most you've ever spent on one sneaker?
One sneaker, probably Air Max. It was like 30, 35 things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they worth it?
Yeah, it was a small profit margin, but it was just a good shoe to have for the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever spent on one pair of sneakers?
Probably like 2,000.
Do you remember what they were?
Some Balenciagas.
Oh, okay. Those are nice. What's the most you've ever spent on one sneaker?
Like $1,000.
What were they? Oh, give me some. Buy me a pair. What's the most money you've ever spent on a sneaker?
400.
400? What were they?
All this.
All this?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most you spent on one sneaker?
Most I spent on one sneaker was $1,200 on the Brooklyn Air Force Ones, the green ones, I believe.
Oh, cute. What's the most you've ever spent on one sneaker?
Like, I bought some Louis shoes one time, but they weren't some sneakers.
Okay.
But those was like pretty soon, like close to a stack or something.
Okay. What's the most you've ever spent on one sneaker?
Interesting.
What's going on?
Reese's. All Jordans.
Another one. Another one, huh? Another mystery box. This is number 3 of the day. We've been here for an hour. What do we got? What type of mystery box? How much is it? You said 3 pairs? 250.
All Jordans?
All Jordans. Used?
Yes.
All used. I do 100 then. I'm at 100. Yeah, 100.
I tell you what Jordans are?
Let's
silhouettes? Sure, yeah, tell me the silhouettes.
Jordan 4, Jordan 3, and Jordan 1.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And you want a 250 though? What if we do 100, 200 flip? They're all used. Are they like deep to shit? One time worn, couple times wear?
Some of them are barely worn. They're like worn, but the other ones are kind of.
Yeah, I gotta do 100, 200 flip.
You do 150, 200?
Nah, I gotta do 100 too. I can do 120, 200. But last but not least, on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad a scam is this? Oh my god. The number just keeps getting higher and higher. Might have to cut it off. We're rock, paper, scissors, actually.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, we're rock, paper, scissors.
What an idiot.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You wanted to get hit today.
That's out of 3. That's out of 3.
All is well until this Acura doesn't know how to fucking drive. What an idiot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I knew you were going back to rock. That's all you kids do. Just go rock, rock, rock. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, whoa. You weren't looking. You weren't looking at me. Jordan 1. You didn't say it was a mid. You didn't classify it as a mid. These are terrible. It gets worse than this? Got the bow hanging out. There, bro. $200. You feel good? Feel good about yourself? Oh, you went down with a pick too, huh? What's going on?
You're good. Mine's at a 4.79. Don't even worry about it. It's all BS.
Another mystery box. This is number 3 of the day. Have we been here for an hour?
It's all BS.
This is why I shifted focus.
Donkey Kong.
Last one to get it loses.
All right, I'm Chili's.
No, Mike just said that because I'm Chili's. Watch this. I'm about to win.
Do I have mainly foreign food? No. Do I have an animal or insect in my name?
No.
Damn, I thought I was Applebee's.
All right, am I Chili's?
Am I American?
Yes. Yes, I would say so.
I'm not like Outback Steakhouse.
No.
I would say so.
I would say so.
He's...
I think I know what I am.
Do I carry alcohol in my fine establishment?
Yes, you do.
Am I a family place?
No.
No.
We are
You can
audio
take your
and
family
video
there, but...
recording this ride for your
Can I
safety.
get a steak at this place?
Yeah.
You could. Yeah, you could.
My cheesecake.
Am I Outback Steakhouse? No.
Got him.
Am I Chili's?
Everyone's in each other's head. This is...
You're literally only guessing things I've guessed.
My Cheesecake Factory.
Do I have a drive-thru?
No.
No.
Does my restaurant have a buffet? No. You wouldn't bring your family here. Am I Hooters?
Am I considered fine dining?
No. Fine. No.
Not fine, like, all right, fine, medium fine.
Sure. Okay, we'll give you that.
Damn, these restaurants are hard. I'm hard. All right.
Am I Red Lobster?
No.
Do I sell seafood?
No.
Bro, what kind of restaurant can you not bring your family to aside Hooters?
You can bring your family, it's just not preferred.
Am I Fridays?
All right, fine. I got a good guess. Am I Olive Garden?
Holy you are. You are.
Actually, last one to get it gets executed.
This is some like Skibbity, Ohio restaurant. Am I Johnny Rockets?
What is that? Do I primarily sell burgers?
No.
If it's not foreign and it's not burgers, what the f do I sell?
Avalanche, your restaurant, a lot of people like to watch sports games at.
Am I Wingstop?
Not Chili's, Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse. Am I Applebee's?
No, I'm Buffalo Wild Wings. Dude, I just don't know what kind of place you wouldn't prefer to bring your family to. Do I primarily serve steaks?
No.
Is it Outback Steakhouse? Bro, I literally asked for American food.
We
said yes. It's Australian, dumbass.
Who knows that? It's a...
Outback. The Outback is Australian.
That's right. Guess your restaurant. Last one to get it loses.
All right, I'm Chili's.
No, Mike just said that because I'm Chili's. Watch this.
Which one of these would you rather have your bed smell like?
It smells cleaner.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like fresh out.
Let's see. Can't go buy your teammates, man. I'll kill you if you go right now. I ain't got enough, so you might as well kill me now. Hey, I'll drop my money out front of prison.
Tesla.
On the ground, if you go through the little window, you can grab it. You think I'm a goofy?
Got matched up against a top 100 ranked Madden player, and this guy was playing so cheap. Even though he had a Randall Cunningham card that you only get for being ranked in the top 100, he still was just running the ball every single play. And on defense, he was running a blitz that gave him pressure almost every single play. And just like that, I'm down 7-0, and on 4th and 15, I have to punt the ball right back to him. Not even joking, look how boring this guy is playing. He's spending time flipping the play before the run play just to try and get some glitchy blocking. Crazy thing is, he's doing it just to show he's playing cheap, because he could have just turned on shoot clock, and instead he's wasting time by doing that. And you know what? There's people in the comments who are going to tell me stop complaining. He's ranked top 100. He's obviously winning games playing like that. Look at this. He motioned the guy across field on a run play, and it makes the center snap the ball over the quarterback's head. You can call it lucky. I really don't care. That's exactly what he gets for spamming the same thing over and over. The disrespect is crazy right here. He's going for it on 4th and 15 at his own 45-yard line. What's even worse about that play is he threw a crossing route into triple coverage. Like, I'm starting to see why he runs the ball every single play. I think the only reason this guy's ranked in the top 100 is because his team is so good and he plays incredibly cheap and boring. Because once you take away the run from this guy, he doesn't know what to do. Look at him throwing a crossing route again into triple coverage. I get ball after half, so right here I just need any type of point so I can go up 2 scores. I'm kind of ass for not getting the pick 6 right there, but you know what? I still get a field goal, and now we go up 2 scores before half. All right, so now I got the ball after half. I'm up 17-7. I need a touchdown here to really end the game. McLaurin gets a bunch of yards right here, and I actually convert a 3rd and 13. I don't know how he let me do that. 3rd down again. Look what he's doing. He got everyone back in coverage at like 10 to 15 yards, and I still find Randy Moss. I should have scored, though. At the 2-yard line, I'm going for it on 4th and goal because the touchdown here is going to end it. And look at Randy Moss just finding his way into the end zone. At this point, he realized the game was over. There's only 2.5 minutes left. I'm up 24-7. He took too much, and he had to go. GG's, though.
Chris Pine?
It's not Chris Pine. Did you get an A? I'll go saltine cracker.
You do get it.
Okay, because I might cook here. Give me Cracker Jack.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Can I get Jack Black?
You got him.
Come on!
Oh no.
Can I get Black Cat?
No! What a gas, dude. What a gas. You get an O. Dude, Chris P.A.? Chris
It's not Chris Pratt. Pass. I don't know any Chris's.
You get a U.
You did the basketball thing again, didn't you?
Yeah, but look, I made this before. It's a personalized trade. Look, I made the trade.
I don't know basketball.
Time to study. I'll take black coat.
No, you get an F.
Oh!
Chris Paul.
Yes.
Pass. Dude, I don't know any Pauls.
You get an I, S-I.
Okay, all right.
Give me black coffee.
You got black coffee.
Give me a coffee maker.
No.
Kids, what are you doing, man? I'm out here cooking. I'm cooking.
You get a U.
No, I don't. I get it.
Mug.
All right,
Mug shot.
Simon.
yes.
Shot.
Simon says.
Yes.
Says who?
Says you. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Who knocks?
No.
Who knows?
Coffee music.
No. And you're gonna be upset. You get a G.
Nah, because it's just coffee maker at the end of the day. It just is.
Who knows?
You knows. I gotta stop doing that. That's correct.
Yeah. What do we knows best?
Yes.
Best friend.
Yes.
You can tie it.
Yeah, I'll go coffee mug.
Yeah.
I'll go mug soda. Like, that's a thing.
We're looking for mug shot. Shot now.
Oh, mug shot.
Chris Pine.
It's not Chris Pine. Did you get an A? I'll go saltine cracker.
You do get it.
Okay, because I might cook here. Give me Cracker Jack.
I'm turning my passion for fitness.
Are you up for trades?
Yeah, always. What do you like? What's the info on these, by the way, first?
Size 9.5.
9.5. Lightly used. Are they OGO?
Yeah.
What do you want out of them?
57.
Go ahead, Simon.
I know it'd be a little bit lower than that, but what do you want off my table? What do you like here?
What sizes do you have in Orthodox?
I've got an 8.5 that's used, and then I've got 2 size 13s that are both brand new.
How much for the 8.5?
8.5. I want like 6,500 on. It's OGO. I mean, pretty clean pair. Check them out.
What would you be at if we traded?
I would want you to add $800.
800? We do like 500?
How old are you?
10.
Oh man, I gotta bust it up for the kid. Yeah, 500 works. Let's do it.
11.
That's what the ducks for you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
For David, right?
Yeah, Bill. Good morning, my friend. Huh? Okay. Okay, 4A.
Tell everybody where they can find you so they can.
Okay, got you. All right.
I had to unmute myself there.
Okay,
Yeah, my
I
name
got
is
you.
Andrew Wilson. I'm the host of the
all right.
Crucible.
You're welcome, my
This
friend.
is a popular entertainment channel on YouTube. I'm a political analyst and political satirist. I'm a blood sport debater. I engage in debates with all sorts of different people all over the place, and I enjoy doing it. I'm looking forward to this debate tonight.
Sammy, let everybody know where they can find you and who you are.
I'm
started, and we're glad everybody's here. So, Andrew, I was talking to you before about authority. Why don't you start with that?
Well, I have an opening statement prepared if you'd like me to just read it.
That's even better.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your
between
safety.
men and women and the destruction or dismantling of patriarchal systems. I'll use several arguments to attack the foundation of feminism. My first argument will reside around force doctrine. Force doctrine is the determination of what creates actual applicable rights versus rights of the mind. A right of the mind simply being a right or an entitlement absent duty, which is the definition of a right. A right of the mind is a right that exists in theory that we grant ourselves. The other category of applicable is a right which we grant ourselves using force. The opposite of all applicable rights are simply force protocols for things we determine we deserve. Men in society have a monopoly of our force, being 70 to 100% stronger than women on average, and so are the enforcement arm for these rights. As such, women will always have to appeal to men or their rights against other men taking their rights, and will also have to always appeal to men to grant their rights and not take their rights. Women cannot collectively overthrow men with force. There isn't a single example in history of this ever happening, and the reason it can't is because of this lopsided force dynamic which exists. Even if women convince men or men convince men to grant women rights, they still are illegal men. If men collectively ever decide women don't have rights, which is the case in most of the world, they simply don't, and there is no damn thing anybody can do about it. Men, on the other hand, can always regain their rights using force. My second argument against feminism is that it has no moral imperative. Why should we grant an egalitarian society to women at all except they really want us to? I've never actually heard a compelling argument for why if a society organizes itself around a patriarchal system that's actually, quote, bad. If men are held responsible for societal actions but also have the authority, and women become a protected class but need to obey societal rules, I don't actually see what the problem is. Feminism lacks a moral imperative for why we should do it, and instead appeals to other moral standards to attempt to create one, which I'm sure my opponent's going to do tonight. The third argument will focus on male dependency. Women are completely beholden to male protections in all aspects of life. Public safety protections, military protections, and all domestic prison protections and infrastructure necessarily will be dominantly male. This is because women lack the fundamental required strength on average to do these jobs when they need to manage males who are much stronger than they are, and unfortunately they're just not as adequate at handling these jobs. This being the case, it doesn't seem to be equal to me that women get to have as much say in these policies as males do, as it usurps authority and can, in principle, lead to argument one of force doctrine or the stripping of female rights by the male collective. My fourth argument, I will argue, is that feminism hasn't made any women happier anywhere. Women are more mentally ill, more drug dependent, less family oriented, and generally more miserable than they ever have been before in history. Women's liberation has failed in its promise to make women happier or better adjusted in society, opting instead for a metric of progress which revolves around how interchangeable they are with men. Women's liberation hasn't assisted with birth rates, keeping families intact. In fact, I don't really know what the fuck it's ever accomplished ever. I don't even know what it's ever accomplished. In close, I listed my arguments from strongest to weakest to allow my opponent to attack any of the ones that she wishes, or to counter how she sees fit, and I look forward to it. I'll be doing the exact same thing.
Sam, you got anything you want to open with, or you want to just get going?
Well, I didn't prepare any statement, but that was good. Thank you.
Okay, is there anything you have an exceptional problem with?
Well, again, I'm not 100% for feminism, but I still believe should have rights.
Well, what is feminism?
We'll get into that, but you said you don't know what feminism has accomplished, but so during World War II, men went to war, men went to work, and America's economy doubled in size and became the biggest world power in history.
Right, and feminism accomplish that?
Not alone, no, but
How did feminism accomplish any of that?
Feminism just means women were being able, if it wasn't a war, it wouldn't have been that situation, right? Like, it was kind of like, you know, we played our cards we had, right?
is feminism?
Okay, but we're not talking about feminism. We're talking about women going to work and making the economy bigger.
The debate's not about women going to work. The debate's about feminism. I'd like to debate with you about feminism.
I'll let you lead the discussion.
Okay, what do you think feminism is?
Just to be fair, I have trouble defining feminism too because everybody's got a different.
Well, I'll give you my definition of feminism.
That's what I was going to
My definition of feminism is a movement towards egalitarianism and the destruction or usurpation of patriarchal systems. It's the dismantling of patriarchal systems. That's feminism. The reason that has to be what feminism is because in order to be oppressed, you have to have an oppressor. If you're saying that women are oppressed, who necessarily is going to be the oppressor? It's not going to be orangutans, it's going to be men. So therefore, it has to be a patriarchy who we are having trouble with or having problems with. So
On the left-hand
in
side,
order
right
for you to have
behind that,
egalitarianism,
Of course.
with these patriarchs, you're going to have to dismantle their systems. Otherwise, how are you going to have political power or any power at all? So it has to be
Yeah, enjoy your Sunday.
women who want egalitarianism with men, and in order to do that, they have to dismantle patriarchal structures. That's what it has to be.
I mean, I somewhat agree with you, and it's a long definition.
All right, guys, we got 30 minutes to kill. Right now, we're at $117.01 on Uber.
But I think
And on Lyft, we are at 617. So
philosophy and it's
113. It's 7:45. Our next pickup is at 8:15, and then we'll take our break.
the geopolitical issues again, like I just said.
I'm gonna turn on Lyft.
So to just blame feminists, like
The only thing we can accept is one ride that's less than $8. Because if it's more than $8, it's going to be too far. So I'll accept, which I don't normally. I'll accept a $3 or $4 ride.
Intact family units because then they can't. And I'll explain.
But it's got to be within the next.
Because if you're dependent on an income to support a family, your chance of staying in a corporate job is much higher than if you're not taking care of a family and not dependent on the income. So if you're single, you're less likely to get hired than if you're married for this reason. So it's actually in corporate interest to have intact family units. It's actually in their interest to do so.
Yes and no, and it's kind of like muddy because we have the DEI issue, and we can both probably agree that we don't.
Yeah, that is brought to you by feminism. So this is the feminist arc, not the corporate arc. The DEI and all of this and intersectionality is that's feminism. So this is you telling corporations that you need to hire women and pay them the same and all this bullshit. That's feminism. That has nothing to do with what corporate interests want.
That woman didn't do that. It was Obama in 2011. So, and I
No. The pay gap goes back a long ways before Obama was ever president.
When it comes to in the American government, like now, remember they had the commercial of like our military transgender.
Gotta pause this. I gotta call. I don't know which ride it was though. Yeah, I got challenges too. That $75 one sounds great, actually. Is that for Uber or Lyft? Oh, for Lyft? Lyft would be hard to do that in here. We gotta call Uber right now because I don't know. I don't remember what ride it was. I don't want to say, "Hey, I found an item on the wrong ride."
Hi, You found an item, or you did return an item?
One of the riders left an item in my car. It's their keys, and their name is Anne, but I don't
So
remember what trip it was.
You found it inside your vehicle. So did you just reported it now, or reported it in the app?
I'm not able to report it in the app because I don't remember what ride it was.
Alright, that's fine, Nathaniel. If you cannot remember it, I will be routing your concern over to the lost item team member so that then you'd be assisted. Just stay on the line and bear with me. Okay?
Sounds good. Yeah, no problem.
So, for this matter, can we share your phone number to your rider?
Yes.
Okay, can you confirm your phone number?
414.
Let me just go ahead and route your concern over to the lost item team members. This one will be taking some time, so just stay on the line until I get back to you. Okay?
Sure.
Alright, thank you. Bear with me.
Yeah, I have keys. Yeah, I told them 3 times. Yeah, they're done. How many times more do I need to say it? Can I go here? We're here. Yeah. Yeah, they are. And it's just like, why am I on hold for? No way, no way, no way, that's facts. Oh, can I forget? Oh, no, I'm not doing my links. Is this guy coming or not? Because I kind of have to use the bathroom. What time are you taking your break? In an hour and a half. Is this him? Yeah, 9:15 Central Time. Good day, Joseph. I'm just on the phone with Uber right now. Someone left their keys in my car. But I don't even know if I'm on hold or not because I'm not hearing their lovely music. Toast as in the POS system?
No.
Oh, okay.
Restaurant. We do use Toast though as our POS.
Well, that's ironic. Is it American cuisine?
It's brunch, but we have like a kind of a Mexican twist on it.
Sure.
So we have like chorizo, chicken chorizo, barbacoa. We've done carnitas in the past. It's kind of, I want to say, you know, it's way more than a diner, but we're also not trying to be pretentious.
Kind of like at first watch.
Yeah, I would say so.
I had to check you guys out.
Yeah, it's a good time. We have Bible services 2 to 4.
Oh, perfect. That's a winner. I'll have to check you guys out next week then for that.
We have a whole bunch of different flavors of mimosas, so it's not just like orange juice or this and that.
Sure.
We blast 70s music. It's a fun time.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure the rider will call eventually, figuring out that they don't have their keys.
And why, like, some of our Secret Service or like night short lesbians, like.
I would report the trip, but I don't remember what trip it was.
I
I had like 7 rides already.
Out and check every single time, dude.
Yeah, no. Well, I heard something moving around back there. I was like, oh, it's keys.
It started with just DI. Now it's actually
I think that's worse than if you lose your phone.
Yes, but you do realize
Yeah.
that nomenclature, abbreviations for things, they take on different shapes. In this case, we're talking about just basic intersectionality. This is one form of intersectionality. Intersectionality is an old theme. Before it was intersectionality, it was called other things. But you're still talking about the same concepts. The concept here is the playing field isn't fair for one group over another group, and so necessarily the government needs to intervene in order to level the playing field between both of those groups. That would be feminism. Isn't feminism trying to level the playing field between men and women? So they are DEI. Now you can say, well, it's not. Well, wait a second. It's not actually DEI because what DEI is referring to is some shit that Obama said. No, it's intersectionality, and intersectionality is the idea of leveling the playing field between different groups based on their oppression level and the oppression Olympic scale. And so necessarily feminism will fall under DEI. Necessarily has to fall under DEI. But it's trying to accomplish the same thing as DEI. It's intersectionality.
How do you like living at the Contour?
It's nice. It has its issues with the new building, but it's definitely it's the view you can't beat. I kind of knew what I was paying for.
Sure.
They do a lot of like group stuff and like there's I want to say like clicks almost of that.
Already? They're so new.
Yeah. Of like the original.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
And I was like, you know, I keep to myself.
Yeah, I'm sure. You guys park underground?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I need you to respond.
My girlfriend has my car, and it's her car. She's getting a new car, so just in between right now.
Yeah, I've probably been there 6 or 7 times to pick up people, and the first 2 times I was like, I don't even know where to go.
Yeah.
And then I figured out, I was like, oh, where I was now.
Yeah, it takes a little while for all the maps and all that fun stuff to be upgraded. That's definitely confusing with the.
Well, the sign there says don't enter.
Oh, nobody can pay attention to that thing. That is a plea to not do that. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, take care. Have a good one.
Day.
All right. Yeah, the complex he lives in is very nice. It looks right over the lake. It's beautiful. It's the tallest building over there.
Yeah, so that's a different form of egalitarianism. We're talking about if you're asking about this being a part of an egalitarian system.
I ain't got time. Yeah. We're gonna take a quick. I think I can go hold it. We'll go hold it.
Female feminists are part of a movement towards egalitarianism. Their goal specifically is to close the gap between men who are the oppressor class to women who are the oppressed class. That is the only way feminism can work. Otherwise, what the fuck are they trying to do exactly? Can you tell me that, Samantha? What are they trying to do? Feminists.
Are they or are they not open?
What the fuck are you talking about? Can you listen? Pay attention to what I'm asking. Hang on. Pay attention to what I'm asking you. Very, very simply, here's what I'm asking you. If feminist goal is not to level the playing field between men and women.
Alright. 1 second, guys.
Charging cable.
I was gonna get gas here, but it's expensive. But I gotta use that.
Audio-video recording has stopped.
Sheesh. Alright, let's head to our pickup. Picking up that fold. Picking up that fold. Picking up that folk. I like another $5 tip. I'd love it. Okay. Yeah, this will be our last trip until into our break.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Even if you say, oh, black women have their own type of feminism, right? They don't like white feminism.
Okay. Let's say, hang on, let's.
I want to be able to have rights, but I don't care about equally. Like,
Then why do you want to have rights? Yeah, why do you want to have rights then?
but why do men want to have rights if they're
Because they really think they should be in charge.
but it's not equal?
Yeah, that's right. Now you're getting it.
So just men have rights. Are all men, yes, equal in the sense they all have the same rights?
Right.
Are the same type of man?
No. Which has what to do with what?
There's maybe some women that are smart. They could be maybe a lawyer, a doctor.
Sure.
Most women, and can we admit that some women are not meant to be mothers,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So I understand, like, that's what I'm telling you. My definition of feminism is I don't control big organizations. And I like how you said oppressor. Oppressor reminds me of colonizer, right?
Can you vote?
What?
Can you vote
Where?
in the United States?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then if you can vote in the United States, you're exercising political power. Exercising political power, then necessarily you have a say in whether or not you can send men off to war and all sorts of other different things. So, like, I don't even know what the hell you're babbling about. If you're asking about can some men not be leaders? Can some women not be mothers? Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: can some men be born with vaginas? Can some women be born with penises? Can some meteorites strike some house chimneys? Like, yes, all of that shit is true. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Here's what we're talking about. If feminism, the stated goal of the philosophy of feminism, is not to bridge the oppressor-oppressed relationship between men and women, then what the fuck is it, Samantha?
I'll look up the definition for you. Like, you don't need to cuss at me.
It's just how I talk. I'm not cussing. Stop tone police. Stop tone policing. You're a big girl. You're a big girl. Stop tone policing. What?
Are you from the East Coast?
No.
You have like a New York. I was just wondering.
No, not from the East Coast.
Okay. Definition of feminism: the advocacy of women's rights.
We sound like the Irish. I mean, that's what we sound like. We sound like the Irish and Germans.
Wait, what is it? Hang on, read it again. Read it again.
Based on equity.
You guys don't know, most Germans and Italians migrated in the Midwest in the 1800s and early 1900s after the war. Mostly after the war.
You agree with the egalitarianism is equality. Yeah.
And then, like in the 60s and 70s.
So then it would be the movement of egalitarianism.
All diversified. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you where these Germans are.
Yeah?
Definitely moved more in the suburbs. But
Wanted to call it men the oppressor now, sure.
that's what they would call it.
I think anybody would be able to say.
Yeah, but like, I was talking with Leslie about it earlier. I believe in like Judeo-Christian values, which I know that's vague. So be more specific if you want. But in Judaism, there's not this like concept that the wife has to like serve the husband, right? And they serve each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have a different core belief than you.
Okay.
Okay? And it has nothing to do with a global feminism trying to take over the patriarchy.
Okay, but this debate is not over Jewish versus Christian ethics.
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know.
Okay, but I'm letting you know that your worldview of how Jewish ethics intercede between Jews has zero bearing. Hey, stop! I just let you talk, right? Give me 10 seconds to at least respond. Okay, so the thing is like it has no bearing. Jewish ethics or Christian ethics have no bearing on the debate that we're currently having. Now, if you're trying to say to me, I think feminism is something different based on Jewish ethics than what the stated goals of Western feminists are, then that's a whole different claim. But I don't really understand why you're bringing up Jewish ethics. I don't give a shit about Jewish ethics. I care about the debate topic, which is feminism. So in feminism, it's egalitarianism.
The movement towards egalitarianism, which creates an oppressor-oppressed class. That's the philosophy of feminism. The males have to necessarily be the oppressors, or else who the hell are the oppressors? It has to be the men. Otherwise, who is it? So in this case, when we're talking about feminism, when you look up the definition, it says a movement towards equality. You say equality is egalitarianism. If it's a movement towards egalitarianism, it's an oppressor-oppressed relationship. Very simple, right?
Yes, but DEI goes a step further than that. Equity. I don't believe in equity.
Do you believe in equality? I think that's what
What does equality mean?
That all people are created equal, that all people deserve an equal say in the future of how things are.
I don't know, because we'll get into it. If we want to do restrictions on voting, it would be different parameters.
What the hell is a parameter?
Parameters.
Oh, a
Tomato
parameter. Sorry. Okay, so I guess okay, so I actually have to appeal to the moderator here. Halsey, I actually don't know what the hell this chick is talking about. Like, what the hell are you talking about right now? Do you have a problem with feminism, or do you not have a problem with feminism?
I don't think it's the problem of everything.
I'm not saying it's the problem of everything. I don't think feminism had anything to do with the rock that was in my shoe this morning when I put my shoe on, and it caused me a moderate amount of discomfort. That would be a problem. It had nothing to do with feminism. But are you here to argue a pro-feminist or an anti-feminist stance?
Say, for example, when Trump gets to office, he magically cancels all DEI, reverses all that. We already did, the race one, like to get into colleges. The Supreme Court already overturned that. So in the future, it might get better, right? If we eliminate all these quotas, and it goes back to just based on merit.
This woman's crazy.
But I think what he's asking is, let's say this. Let's say there were no DEI, there was no movement of gay rights, there was no right of trans rights, there was none of that. All that was left was the movement of men's rights and women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
Then would you see them as being equal rights, or would you see them as being one being subservient to the other?
Okay, then you're great. So we've established that you're a feminist. So you would be arguing a pro-feminist stance. Okay, got it. So can you tell me what the moral imperative is of equal rights?
What airlines you taking?
Delta.
So you're pro-abortion.
But I think women should have the right
To abort. Okay, now why should people have sovereignty?
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Well, when do you think it starts at conception? I don't want to get into that.
I'm not having an abortion debate. I'm talking about bodily autonomy. I don't care about abortion.
I'm in the United States of America. Women already got that right. It was taken away. Now it's gone to the States.
Okay, well, let's try this a different. Let me try this a different way. Let's start with this. What do you think a right is?
That's a right is the unalienable right given to.
Well, you can't use the word to describe the word. It becomes circular. It'd be like if I asked what's a woman, you said a woman is a woman is a woman. Well, why do I need to define for you what you think a right is? No, listen, I can't. Right now I'm trying to figure out what you think a right is. If we're talking about rights, you have a conception of them, you think I should have them, you should have them. You should be able to tell me what they are. Okay, what is a right? Let's start with that.
It's something that is given or either from God.
Okay. From the government.
You do something.
Okay, I got it. So these are like entitlements, you would say?
Sure.
Okay. So do they exist in tangible reality, or are they constructions of the mind? They're a construction of the mind. Okay. So what we're really talking, social construct. We'll go with that. That's fine. Okay, that's an easy way to look at it, I guess. So if a right is a social construction, it does not exist in reality.
We are audio
Why
and
the hell
video
should I give
recording
you
this
one?
ride for your safety.
Why the hell should you not give me
Well,
one?
that's begging the question. Like if you're asking, you're the one saying you should have them.
Why as a human I
Because we haven't demonstrated that these things exist, let alone that there should be an entitlement for them, or that anybody's entitled to them. So I need to know why a person's entitled to them. Right, okay, we can do whatever we want. So if we establish that we can do whatever we want, it just comes down to force, right? Okay, so then if it just comes down to force, men have a monopoly on force and you appeal to men for your rights. That's the end of the argument. The peasant, why did kings have monopolies on force? Because men were within hierarchies, and so within these hierarchies of force doctrine, some of them climb up to the top of the force doctrine where they command force doctrine. However, men can, anytime they want to, appeal force doctrine with force, and women can. So if rights are just a construction of the mind, you're actually just asking men to use force on your behalf. That's what you're actually asking.
so. That's a violation of the social contract, which it states in egalitarianism that if you have equal authority, right, then you have equal responsibility. This is not the case. You don't have equal responsibility, so what the debate is about is why the fuck should we give you equal authority? What's their different responsibility? And are they fulfilling it? Oh, where are they taking care of the kids? What's the birth rate in Israel right now? Yeah, it's under replacement. And that's all, by the way, the birth rate only went up there because of in vitro fertilization, and a national campaign by the Israeli government for in vitro fertilization is a part of patriotism. It's the only way they even got it to tick up. And the only reason they did it to begin with is because they looked around and went, holy shit, we're completely surrounded by enemies, right? And said, well, actually, I'm sorry, let me correct myself. It's one of the few that is slightly above replacement levels. But that aside, it's because of in vitro fertilization. It's because, hang on, it's because of the, no, it was falling like a rock even before, when there was far more Orthodox Jews who were in charge of the country than there are secular Jews like there are right now. So the thing is, like right this second in Israel, the birth rate only ticked up due to in vitro fertilization and a national patriotic campaign that said we're completely surrounded by enemies, we had better start reproducing. That's the only reason. Here in the United States, we're under replacement levels in all Western countries. We're under replacement levels across the board, right? So how can women be holding up their end of the social contract if they're taking care of kids if they're not even having them? That's true, yes. It's a global problem, but we're specifically talking right now about the West. That's where feminism has been the most invasive. We're talking about feminism in the West.
Audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that the word woman and the word man are two different words? Okay, great. What duties do women in society have? And are they having kids? Oh, okay. So then would you say they're failing in their duties?
Why are they feeling duties in it?
Well, listen. If you say women have a duty in society to reproduce, and I say, are they?
I'm sorry, what airlines you said?
No, then that would entail that they're failing their duties. Yeah. Men can't reproduce. I don't know if you know this or not, but men are physically incapable of reproduction.
You don't think men and women are different.
You don't?
You don't think men can eat? Yes.
I didn't say anything. I said that men can't reproduce. Can men go? Okay, let me ask you something, Samantha. Can men go have abortions? Can men go have an abortion? No, why not? Can men go have an abortion? Why can't they go have an abortion? What is the thing that prevents them from having an abortion? That's right, they don't get pregnant, so therefore they can't reproduce. What female means is the sex associated with reproduction. Look it up. I'll tell you what, take a second, look up the word woman. It'll say the sex that's associated with reproduction for a reason. Women are the ones who can reproduce. Let me ask you a question.
What is this lady talking about? Can men wear condoms? Like what?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that men are not the ones who do reproduction. And so it's not their duty to do reproduction. Women's duty to reproduce. They don't? What is pregnancy? What does that mean? No, I don't think animals have duties. They have a duty to eat, for me to eat them. That's their duty. But so anyway, yeah, back to this. I'm just curious. Can a woman go and get pregnant absent ever meeting a man? Right this second. Yes, they can. You can go to a woman's own. Yes, they can. They indeed can go and get pregnant right this second, absent ever meeting a man. Absent ever meeting a man. They don't need to do the horizontal polka anymore, do they? So the thing is like since they don't need to do the wretched tango, it is the case that women can reproduce absent the mating portion of it, right? What? I thought y'all Oh, okay.
Technically, even gay men.
So then you don't need to mate to reproduce, do you? Yeah, and you said no, that their duty is to mate, but the thing is, it doesn't make any sense. It progressed to, I'm asking you, if women have a duty in society to reproduce or not reproduce, and they're failing in their duty, you still say no, that makes duty to reproduce and is not reproducing, then they're failing in their duty.
Yes, but men have to. Women can't reproduce without. What you're saying is very expensive and very few. Why would women want to reproduce without a man?
Great. So wait a second. So let me get this right. So do you agree with me that there's actually slightly more women than there are men? size, so the sample size for men is actually slightly higher than it is for women, right? The sample size of women, right? It's like 49 to 51 or something like this, right?